Hi, this is Brandon from thirstgym.com. Today we're going to talk about an exercise called the cross connect hold. This is a great activity to feel some abs, improve range of motion at the hips, and even possibly the shoulders. And it's a pretty low level entry exercise. So this can work great for newer clients, newer and younger athletes. But what we're really trying to teach is the rib cage and the pelvic stack. So think of this as a slight progression on your standard dead bug. Your client might be able to get that, but now we're going to try to improve some range of motion by feeling the ground, in this case, which is going to be the wall. And then moving our appendages a little bit. So you're going to need something you can push your foot against. The major key here is to make sure that we can feel our foot against an object. So we're going to get on the ground here, and per like a kind of normal dead bug, what we're going to do here is we're going to take one foot and we're going to put it on the wall or whatever you're pushing against, in my case the box. We're going to have a slight knee bend, so we don't want our leg completely locked out. We want just a slight bend, but we want our whole foot flat against whatever object we're pushing against. The other leg is going to come up into like a 90 degrees. Here 90 at the hip, 90 at the knee. I'm going to make sure our pelvis is pulled underneath this so that our back is flat. We can feel our abs immediately from that position, so long as it's done correctly. Then the opposite arm of our leg that's bent, we're basically going to bring it to the same position. We're going to bring our shoulder to 90 degrees. We're going to hold our hand towards our face, just like we're reading a book or something like that. And then this other arm is just going to kind of stay by our side. And what we're going to do with our leg that's on the wall or the box, we're going to push so I can feel my big toe, my pinky, my heel. I want to feel full foot contact here. And then I'm going to use my glutes and my hamstrings to slowly kind of peel off the ground just a little bit. Hopefully you can see that slight motion. So now I can feel my glutes and my hamstrings. They're actually doing some work here. And then I'm also feeling my abdominals while I'm getting some reach here. So with this upper arm that's reaching, we really want to emphasize that reach. We want to get the serratus involved. And what it's going to do is going to help turn us towards this leg here, right? So you can see that I'm kind of almost resembling walking. Pelvis is pulled in together. I'm good and strong here. I can feel my abs, feel my glutes, feel my hamstrings. And then all I'm going to do in this position is just breathe. So in through your nose, out through your mouth. Good strong exhale. Don't want to overly blow, just a good long drawn out exhale. Keep reaching, pushing to the wall. Good breath in, try to breathe into your back here. Exhale. And then we're going to do that multiple times. So the main thing from this activity is to get good inhale, good exhale, feel the whole foot against the wall or the ground or whatever it is that we're kind of pushing against here, and then ensure that we've got our knee at a good 90 hip flexion, good posterior tilt. So really we're trying to get that stack achieved between the rib cage and the pelvis. We're trying to improve range of motion about the hips. So what's going to happen when I'm pushing with my right leg, that's basically pushing me towards the left side, okay? So if you've got really bad left hip mobility, this would be a great, just like I did it, right foot on the wall, left foot up around the 90 degrees range. If you don't have 90 degrees of hip flexion or your hip pinches, then just pull it back slightly. But what you don't want to do is you don't want to over crunch. So what we don't want to do is to be here and then have this knee like this, okay? What we're doing is basically creating a false stack from this position, and we don't want to do that. So just 90 degrees or a little bit less. Again, you're going to feel the glutes, the hamstrings, and all that kind of stuff. Then you're going to feel the abdominals and good long breaths. Generally, I like to program this for 3 to 5 breaths per side. If you're taking good, long, drawn inhales, exhales, you're going to find this is probably going to be 12 to 15 seconds for about 3 reps, and then all the way up to possibly 25 seconds, which is a really long time to hold that position, keep everything good, stacked and controlled, and still feel that glute and hamstring. And I think you'll find that your hip mobility immediately improves. You'll feel a lot of abs, and you kind of get a good bang for your buck. You can put this in your warm-up if you're more advanced athlete, so you can work on creating that stack and work on improving that rotation statically by just being that way. So you've got a cranky left hip, you can do it this way, or cranky right hip. You really just going to depend on what you need. But if you got questions about the activity or the exercise, please feel free to leave them in the comment section. Thanks. Have a great day.